Hollywood filmmaker Brett Ratner, best known for directing Rush Hour and, most recently, the Melania documentary, has now surfaced in the Department of Justice's latest Epstein files dump. Newly released photos show Ratner sitting on a couch, his arms wrapped around a woman whose identity has been redacted. She is seated directly beside disgraced financier Jeffrey Epstein. Another woman appears at the opposite end of the couch. Both women's faces are blurred out. Their identities remain unknown. In one of the images, Ratner and Epstein are seen smiling directly at the camera. The DOJ released these photographs on Friday as part of a massive trove of Epstein-related records, reigniting scrutiny around figures previously linked to the convicted sex offender. This is not the first time Brett Ratner has appeared in Epstein-related material. In an earlier document release, Ratner was photographed alongside Jean-Luc Brunel, the French modeling agent who later died by suicide in jail in 2022 after being charged with raping a child. That image resurfaced long before this latest photo dump. Ratner's name has already been controversial in Hollywood. In 2017, multiple women accused him of sexual misconduct, leading to a long absence from major studio projects. His latest film, Melania, a documentary centered on First Lady Melania Trump, marked his return to filmmaking. Despite being widely panned by critics, the film is reportedly on track to gross around $8 million in its opening weekend. Amazon paid approximately $40 million for worldwide licensing and spent an additional $35 million on marketing. At the film's premiere, Ratner spoke briefly about Melania Trump, saying, quote, he did not know her beforehand, but when he met her, he was totally taken. As of now, Brett Ratner has not responded to requests for comment regarding the newly released Epstein photos. The images, however, now speak for themselves, placing the Melania director once again inside the disturbing orbit of Jeffrey Epstein. Melania director Brett Ratner seemingly confirms low ticket sales of U.S. First Lady Melania Trump's self-titled documentary. Speaking with reporters at the Kennedy Center premiere of the film, Ratner stressed that he will not be measuring the success of the project by its box office collection.
How will you measure success for this
Definitely
movie?
not by the box office, because it's a documentary, and documentaries historically have not been huge box office smashes. I think the support that Amazon has given, this film, as far as with their advertising, with their marketing, with the belief in the movie, with putting it in a theatrical worldwide, for me as a filmmaker, is the ultimate. I've already succeeded. Having the film in theaters is already a huge success for me. It's a documentary. You can't expect a documentary to play in theaters. So for me, it's incredible.
Ratner's remarks come in the backdrop of an enormous financial gamble. Amazon MGM Studios reportedly invested $75 million in Melania, including $40 million for distribution rights and another $35 million for marketing and promotion. Yet, reports suggest ticket sales in major cities have been underwhelming, as low as 0 or just 3 tickets in some theaters, raising questions about whether audiences will embrace a film already dogged by controversy. Ratner also addressed reports of crew members stepping away from the project and not wanting to be included in the credits of the documentary. As per the director, he was unaware of such walkouts and claimed he learned about them only after reports came out. Ratner told Variety that he understood if liberals working on the movie did not want to be credited. Crew members of the new documentary based on Melania Trump's life recently speaking out about what they described as a frantic, disorganized, and deeply uncomfortable production, one they said spiraled into chaos long before the cameras stopped rolling. As per a bombshell report by the Rolling Stone, several sources claimed long hours, poor planning, and relentless pressure defined the shoot. But the most troubling complaints focused on director Brett Ratner, whose presence on the project caught some crew members off guard. Ratner, who has not released a major film since 2017, stepped away from Hollywood projects following multiple public accusations of sexual harassment and assault, allegations he has denied. More recently, his name surfaced in documents connected to convicted pedophile Jeffrey Epstein. While those files do not accuse Ratner of criminal wrongdoing, crew members told the magazine that his presence on the project raised immediate concerns. One staffer said they were not informed of Ratner's involvement until just days before filming began and would have declined the job had they known. Another was more blunt, calling Brett Ratner the worst part of working on this project. A third described working alongside him as deeply uncomfortable, and that was just the beginning, because as the project moved toward release, some who worked on the film reportedly took extraordinary steps to distance themselves from it, including asking not to be publicly credited at all. Notably, crew members did not place blame on Melania Trump herself. As per the Rolling Stone report, she was described as friendly, engaged, and totally nice, though sources also noted she exercised an unusually high level of involvement in shaping the film. Reports indicate Melania Trump had creative input on how she was portrayed and what themes were emphasized, a level of control that is rare in documentary filmmaking and may have influenced how the project was ultimately packaged.